Well, earlier I introduced you to Nick and Diane, who met under the most unusual of circumstances, an emergency landing on 9/11. And after a week together in Newfoundland, they made good use of their time as they had left on the plane ride home.
She played a race card there,
Oh, okay.
and that really changed the dynamic of the relationship, because the plane ride home, yes, we were canoodling in the plane.
But mostly Nick and I spent the plane ride home canoodling in the back.
At one point, a flight attendant comes round saying,
hot towel, cold towel.
That really happened.
But I'm saying you picked the back for a reason?
Once they landed in Texas, it wasn't their final departure.
He stayed maybe almost a week, and at night, of course, both of us were working. At night, we'd go to a restaurant and talk, and then he left.
That was a hard time leaving.
They began emailing and calling each weekend, leading to one very special phone call.
Early November, I proposed over the phone.
And I accepted.
About Christmas time, I told the president of the company that, I'm moving to Houston no matter what. I've met somebody.
And he was off to Texas, where he became a U.S. citizen, and they said their vows in private.
We had survivor's guilt amongst all of this, and we got married, as you know, on
September the 7th, and the 8th, we went back up there for our honeymoon.
8 years and many visits later, the Marsons finally felt comfortable sharing their love story, which leads us to the making of Come From Away.
When we saw it for the first time in 2013, I was a little nervous, apprehensive, like what we're going to see.
But it was also very emotional to see that and see somebody saying your words.
Those words have inspired people across the globe, proving you can always find something good, even in the worst of situations. For the Marsons, they found each other.
Neither one of us at our age got onto that plane looking for I'd say, a romantic encounter. It just happened upon us. And it was just like in the movies.
Well, if you want to see Nick and Diane, aka my favorite two new people story, as well as a handful of other true stories from Newfoundland that fateful week, make sure you catch Come From Away at the Orpheum. It's running through October 10th.
I'm really excited about this.
I'm obsessed with them. I sat for an hour and a half eating with them. Well, I ate. They just talked to me. I ate the poutine. We took them to a Canadian restaurant, of course. You can see me just reach in every once in a while and grab a big handful. But they truly are the most adorable couple I've ever seen. And I feel like I have two new best friends. So Nick and I text a lot in the past 2 days.
Yeah, true characters, very candid.
Yes, and you can tell the love from the screen. So.
It's amazing.
You can see and hear it too.
The canoodling. I even Googled to see what that meant. If I could make sure I could put that on air, I could, at least by definition.
Now I'm about to go Google. All right, 6:51, the time for you now.